everybody! My name is UkeKooki and welcome back for more!
I wanna hack that gator!
Now let's continue on with the story. I wonder, like, incognito... What's gonna happen to incognito? So let's see, let's continue on with
I wanna hack that gator!
September 4th. Year 201 M 2023 BC. Amid the arid heat of the morning sun of all Caldera bluffs, I can't help but miss living in the more temperate weather of the Midwest. Summer's leaves are in style this year. The jacket's aroma blog better be right. This sweet thing is killing me. Well, at least it's guaranteed to start getting chillier in a few weeks. Besides, I'm sure to make an impression with this. Amber Croby and Flint is all the rage these days. Whoa. I sigh and lean back in the hard plastic seating at the metro. I'm on my way to my first day in a new school. Yee! Ordinarily, I'd just be glued to my phone on the trip, but there's just too much on my hand right now. My folk stitch requires us to move frequently, which gives me a little time to fit in. Much like how a rolling stone gathers no moss, I could never make a friend I'd keep for longer than a year. There's a lot of promises to keep in touch that pettered off within months. Admittedly, it's my fault in the end, but that's all going to change starting today. I'm going into senior year now. It's my very last chance to prepare for the world ahead. Luckily for me, the cards are stacked in my favor. I feel around my backpack for my DSLR. Till my fingers can absentmindedly fiddle with the mode dial. St. Hammond High School is extremely well known for the artist curriculum. In other words, I'll be surrounded by people that share my interests. Even if it's a bit of a ride away. Speaking of rides, I was hoping that my parents could drive me there today. By the time it was up though, they already left for work. No big deal. I like the hustle and the bustle of public transportation. I imagine I'm going to have to get used in this anyway. As time passes, my mind wanders to memories of previous schools. What was it? They all sucked! Hey, I need to make the most of the situation I'm in, not get all sad like this. I need to do something. Like, take a selfie with... Oh! There's choices now!
There's choices!
Get up and breathe in that fresh, shitty air. Take a selfie with the hobo next to me. I won't get stabbed. So, okay, let's save. Let's return. Okay, let's get up and breathe in that fresh, shitty air. I'm interrupted by the ding of the terminal board, and the car gradually starts coming to a stop. Wow! I step off the metro, heading out to the station as I follow a few other students heading towards the school. Oddly enough, I'm only seeing dinosaur students. Not another human to be seen anywhere. It must be one of those dino-heavy regions. There's a lot of greenery here as well. You'd almost forget how close we are at a major city. The pathway leads to Stone Bridge that goes over a small creek. As I walk across, I notice other students meet in pairs and walk with each other. The air begins to fill with the sounds of laughter and stories of how their summer break went. Ah, there it is! The school peeks out over the trees ahead of me, as though inspecting and welcoming me inside. St. Hammond High, my new home away from home for the next year. I stop to take a breath. The air here is crisp, reminding me of an old campground I went to back in elementary school. Did it sucked? Once again, I've had an opportunity to make something of myself. It sucked! I'm apprehensive, but hopeful. It's my last shot at this. There's no going back. I take my first step onwards, and few steps back, and put another step on side to side. Here we go again. Wow! Ooh. Whoa! Wait, what if I, chose the other choices? Take a selfie with a hobo next to me? I won't get stabbed, yeah. I'm interrupted by the ding of the terminal board and the car gradually starts coming to a stop. Boo! That sucked! The school is known for its heavily prioritized art programs. Over 2/3 of the graduates and end up pursuing a career in the arts. And while half of them regret it from what I've read, there's still plenty that made it, right? It's also the management's claim to fame, with the facade and the front entrance being dominated by a vibrant mural. I got a good feeling about this place. A few students eyeballed me as I continue walking in. Some friends whispered to each other. I just knew this jacket would pay off. Front doors are propped wide open, and I already feel the cool breeze inviting me in. Inside, it's a familiar yet brand new sight. Wow! Wow! Okay, wait. I can do this guy. I can do him. I can do him. Maybe. I hadn't mentioned it yet, but this school is also unique for its student body. Yeah, student body. Okay. It's composed almost entirely of dinosaurs, all manner of Surian herbivores and otherwise. Whoa! Oh my god, I will definitely do him. He's hot, and this guy too. And yeah, I can see him as a bottom. Or a switch. Oh, a switch, that's hot. Scales, feathers, tails. Is that a turtle? Wings, talons, and webbed hands. Not to mention the colors. All vibrant enough to challenge the bright murals on the school outside. Whoa! Oh, whoa! Oh, he's hot. It's either a he or a she, but that's hot. And is that Dexter and Mandarg? You stupid! And you stupid! Ah, Dexter! Dozens of students march about, reconnecting with past friends and meeting new ones. Some anxiously glance at their schedules, checking every door as though there were number at random. I probably shouldn't be standing here staring. Wow! Is that a human? Whoa! I'm been spotted! Ah! I'm soon surrounded and overrun by a crowd of neon-colored teenagers! Clearly my jacket is working like a charm. Wow! He's like a half-sized mannequin because he's bald! Hey, new kid! Is this what it's like to be... Sorry, is this what it's like to be popular? I really wasn't expecting it to happen this quickly. A few students are taking pictures with their phones. I even see some with sketchbook and pens in hand, rapidly scribbling on pages. Wow, a human! Are you like a foreign exchange student? In the chaos, I feel a few people touching my hand like... Whoa! Human skin feels weird! Jeez, a bit uncalled for. I'm human, not deaf. Go along with it? As flattering as this attention is, I asked them to back off a bit. Oh, interesting. This is the wuss answer. Go along with it. There's so much happening, and I don't want to be a party pooper. A few more people shout at me to get my attention. Hey, could you look over there for a side profile? Oh man, yeah, that'll be a good reference for material. Wait, I need to get a better look at this skin texture! I once again find myself frozen, only muttering quietly as I hastily try to follow their instructions. Eventually, all the Surians take their photos and talk themselves out before dispersing back to their own friend groups. Ah, his 15 minutes of fame is over. Mommy! It's over! By the time I recover from the shock of the situation, the last one breaks off and I find myself seemingly all alone again. Oh, that was my chance to socialize. Whoops. I blew it. You suck! You're human, right? A Triceratops girl leans forward, scanning me up and down. This is it. Time to seal the deal and get a new friend. Yeah! Close enough. Hey, can I, like, get a selfie with you? It'd be great for one of my classes. Yeah, definitely! She puts an arm around my back for a shoulder hug while she poses dramatically. Maybe a bit too friendly. Big smile now. She takes a picture and checks it enthusiastically. So, I'm Inko. Huh? Oh, cool. Yeah. Anyway, I gotta go. Oh. What's the photo for, by the way? She pauses, aloofly chewing some gum. Fashion design class. That jacket is ballin'. Ah. The jacket is working its charm. Thanks for the pic, hon. Bye. Well, I feel my shoulders sag as I take in the now sparse hallway around me. That must have been my 15 minutes of fame. I don't think it even lasted 15 minutes, but there's no way I've already blown it. I try to shake away the negative thoughts. Focus on the positive. Focus on the positive. For a brief moment, I was the talk of the school. Yeah. Click, 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 click. Oh, what the shorts? A familiar sound draws my attention. Is this the cute boy with the glasses? I know what that is. That's a DSLR! It is! It's him! The cute boy with the glasses! At the end of the hall, there's someone kneeling. And with one of the latest camera models. If I'm not mistaken. Hey! The guy flinches. I flinch too. I hadn't meant to shout at him. A few students around me don't bat an eye at it, though. Ah! Sorry about the yell. No, it's fine. I managed to get the shot I wanted. The bespectacled boy, I think he's a parasaur. Double checks the cameras, display and smiles. Yep, perfect. This'll be a fine print for the yearbook. Can I see? His grin seems to widen at my interest. Of course, here! He turns the display towards me, showing a shot of the hallway. And me as the focal point. Pretty good, right? I look a little closer and notice that. I think it's a little out of focus. And dark. What do you have your f-stop set at? Shit! He stops and glances up at me, pleasantly trying to get a real answer. Yeah, I'm a bit of a photographer myself. I'm taking it as an elective too. An elective too, sorry. Wait, Mr. Latikin? Yadikin? Latikin? I don't know. Thinking back to my memorized class schedule, the name does sound familiar. Yadikin? Yadikin? Yep. Oh snap, cool! We'll be classmates! Mr. Yadikin's busy, so he just teaches it for one period. So offers his hand out for a handshake. Blah, blah. I'm Ben. Hi, Ben! Ah, Ben's fingers so hot. Inko. Friend achieved! I'm actually new here. Kinda figured, being the only human student this year and all. St. Hammond isn't one of the more popular schools, but the staff put a lot of effort into the arts programs. Even the campus itself is designed like a living art piece, so if you ever need help... With a pause, I'm guessing he's offering some help. I wouldn't say no to a tour. A tour, you say? Well, I'm only going back to the principal's office, but I can point out some neat stuff along the way. He raises an eyebrow to himself in contemplation. Might be a good idea to meet the principal too. He waits for me to follow him. I'm following you, Ben! Let's go, Ben! Turns out he wasn't just an avid photographer like me, but also the school council president. How joy! And one of his priorities was taking photos of the school's yearbook for the first day page. Every few minutes we'd pause so Ben could take a couple shots, mainly of the students talking with each other. And while I would watch, I had considered helping him in some way. I mean, that camera looks amazing, and there's always extra lenses in the bag. I feel absolutely elation to finally know someone that's into photography. And I really want to broach it. But Ben fills the air between us, talking more about the school. Which is why we still go by the feather tails, even though I think it's a tad distasteful. Dang, you're pretty good at this. Do you give these tours to all the new students? Not really. Although it's something I've thought about a lot. Oh, hold that thought. Hey, hold that thought. Hey, Lunara! Oh, it's her! Ben goes to greet a student putting up some intricate wall banners. Oh, hey, Ben! You have a good summer vacation? I did. Great work on the decorations. They look even better than last year's. Oh, thank you! What's all this for? She steps aside so I can fully view the banner she just finished with. The Cultural Arts Club! We meet every Thursday after school and look at antique artwork. She initially looked past me to talk with Ben, but she gasps when she realizes, Hey, you're human? You're human, right? Oh, that's a silly question. You should totally join. I just love human culture. There's this amazing set of ancient masks at my place from ancient Europe. I just adore them. Wow, that's impressive. I think you'd make a good curator. You know what? I probably would. After that club display during the Spirit Week last year, I gotta agree. We spent weeks studying that tribe and weeks more practicing those dances. We also study and paint with those styles, like we're learning the techniques of the old masters. Hopefully soon, we can even get into sculpting, like those old Venus statues. We plan on getting one to look at sometime this year. What do you think? It'd be great if you could come. Hey, that'd be neat. What are you saying, Cow? Maybe I do love culture. If it gives us more time to get chance to, you know, buddy with Ben, then I'll take that. Oh, that's great! Oh, listen, we have this old chieftain's dress we've had for ages. We just have to see what it looks like on the real thing. Oh, I'll think about it. No way I'd sooner endure a second impact event than wear something like that. Well, hey, nice to catch up, Lunara. We got places to be. Take care. Bye! She waves us off and Ben continues leading me to the principal's office. Hey, Ben! Oh, hey, Michael. Listen, can't talk now, but I'd love to catch up later, yeah? I'm floored. This guy seems to know just about everyone in this school, as much as they know him about being on top of things. He points out a few more minor landmarks at the school and stops to greet a number of students happy to see him after the summer break. Man, sorry for having to stop so much. No way, I think it's cool, you know, everyone. If only it could be cool without making us late. He points out a few more minor landmarks at the school, eventually leading to its biggest draw. That's the hallway! I already knew that this place was known for art, but wow! Just outside the administrator's office, the hallway is filled with wonderful pieces of artwork. If only there are some, you know, some indicators that there are some artworks. Paintings line the walls with name placards beneath detailing who the artists were. All created by alumni and attending students of the school. And this is the gala. All of those pieces have been featured in all kinds of articles and presentations. Whoa. I know, right? One moment. Ben turns to the nearest door and gives it a polite knock. Who is it? It's me, Principal Scalar. An oviraptor no older than her mid-30s, exits the room, holding a steaming mug and sporting a tired smile. Good morning, Benjamin. She's into cats! I just noticed now, she's into cats! This dino is into cats! Good morning. Inka, this is our esteemed principal. Good morning, ma'am. Her eyes shoot wide mid-sip of her cover. Oh, I hadn't noticed. You would be Mr. Ganito, yes? Yes, but my name... Oh, how wonderful! Gone is the exhaustion on her face, instead replaced with a very wide smile. I'm so happy that you've chosen our school for your last year, Mr. Nito. Ben, be sure to give him a thorough St. Hammond welcome, okay? I already was. If you ever need any assistance, my office is always open, Mr. Nito. Not to mention the student council is also available for help. Isn't that right, Ben? Yes, Principal Scalar. Thank you, Principal Scalar. Oh, and Ben, a moment, please. But the Parasaur is dragging to the office, leaving me alone at the school gala. Whatever they're saying, I can't hear over the ambient noise of the student body. Either way, it's probably not something I'm meant to hear. I move a few feet away out of earshot of the discussion inside. On the wall beside me is a framed panoramic landscape of the city, painted by hand. Whoa. I already gave my 2 cents about this, so I don't need to continue to be like, whoa, it's so beautiful. Wow, I could practically use this thing as a map with how detailed it is. No wonder it's hanging so predominantly by the principal's office. The gentle brush strokes, the vibrant colors, the evening sun bouncing off each of the windows, and the majestic scarlet sky enveloping the horizon. All of which combined together give it a dreamscape feeling like it's an idealized vision of the city. It's sucks! I mean, beautiful. I've never been a big admirer of his paintings, but I can't deny that this is a masterpiece. Only a teacher could have been able to express this scenic beauty of the city with this level of skill and passion. I withdraw my Caven Stone 60 from my bag, and with the compact lens I keep, I barely fit the entirety of the painting in frame for the shot. Checking the copy on my display, I realized I left out the title and artist of the piece. The tag says, Dreamscape, artist O. Halford. 9th grade! First place, 201M 2020. That was 3 years ago. A freshman did this. Jeez. That freshman must be very talented. Now that I look at the rest of the paintings, this is insane. It's all so much better than what I've made. Almost all of the pieces are beautifully drawn. Acrylic, charcoal, pastel. And yet not even one photo. Hey Inko, I'm back. I'm a senior. How on earth am I meant to even start measuring up here? Inko? What's that sound? Ben nudges me back with the back of his hand as the commotion gets closer.
Is it the gator?
Hey,
watch it, jackass! Slow your roll, Letterface! My leg!
I watch as the aggressor, aggregator, finally sounds the corner and comes barreling down the hallway, leading right towards us. My instincts kick in, and I stumble to the side to avoid the oncoming collision. For just a split second, I get a good look at my assailant. Woo! Whoa, 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 whoa!
It's animated!
Wow! Green scales, messy hair, and a faded purple hoodie. She propels herself forward with a dexterous hand, spinning the large wheels on her. I only now notice that she's in a wheelchair. I didn't even know you could go that fast in one of those. Hey, Peter. She glances my way and her pupils lock onto mine. Her gray and gold eyes are marred by bags, like she hasn't slept in days. The girl's entire presence is ghost-like. And that expression like she is looking straight through me, in my soul! I'm sure she barely registers my existence, but I don't think I'll ever forget that face. Just as fast as she came. However, she disappeared. She's gone. As she leaves, I feel like a weight is lifted from my shoulders. It's as if someone's sitting on my shoulders. At least until I trip directly into a glass case behind me. Oof! Oof! Hey, watch it! Whoops! The Parasaur's hand roves over the display carefully, his eyes filled with worry. You looking for something? Cracks. Usually when another student falls into them, there's some kind of crack or scratch. Is it just a dino thing? You humans are lucky you don't gotta sweat over this kind of stuff. That happens often? Often enough to drain school funds and repairs. That can't be good. Well, not to brag, but I make do.
We're late!
My vibrato chimes echoes through the now empty hall. I freeze, tardy on the first day. Whoops. Sorry to run on like that. You should get going to your first class. Would I need a tardy slip or something? Nah, it's the first day. Teachers are lenient. I'm fine either way, since, you know, one of the benefits of being class president. What's your first period? Let me see. It says here, physical education. Oh, I don't like the look of that look. What do you mean? Ben sucks the air in through his teeth, and I think there's another thing you like to suck on in a prolonged wince. You'll be fine. Gymnasium's down that away. Sorry, down that away. Don't, keeping waiting too long. I need to get going too. Keep who waiting? I gotta go too, bye! Whoa, he walks fast when he has somewhere to be. That reaction doesn't exactly instill confidence in me. I follow Ben's directions toward the school gymnasium. After all the early commotion, it's the first quiet moment to myself. Might as well take it to finally sort my thoughts out. Let's see, what do I think of this place so far? It's certainly livelier than any of the other schools I've been to. Ever since I've stepped foot in here, everything has been so lively, and everyone seems so exuberant. It makes me feel a little out of my depth, and since I'm so used to the opposite, here, people like that girl earlier are eager to share their hobbies almost without being prompted. Everywhere else has been, you know, people just kept to themselves, like they're only there because they have to be. It hits me like a ball. The school's art program attracts people. The students here don't have to be here. They're choosing to be here. That's why it's so active. Well, alright, but what can I do with this information? It means I can probably be friends with anyone I want, right? Weird to say, but with everyone here sort of working with each other's, you know, there's bound to be an insane level of camaraderie, too. Maybe I won't even have to try? I'm almost at the gymnasium now, though, so I'll hold this thought for later. Gym class. Where the boys are separated from the men, and where people with Herculean physiques are able to show off their sculpted bodies. That's so gay. That's a gay thought, but I love that! You know. I begin to remember how much I dreaded going to PE. With your scrawny body. The innumerable bad experiences from past schools pale in comparison to the many skidded knees and broken glass. Hopefully this school's PE is a lot less grueling. Wait till you see it! As I stand before the wooden double doors leading into the gym, I'm struck with how empty the area looks. That's followed by me catching the sound of physical activity coming from within the gym itself. Shoot, I really am late. Ben's earlier warning echoes in my head like a foreboding spirit. I peer through the small windows on the door and see students standing shoulder to shoulder. Towering over them is a primate who I can only guess is our gym teacher, with his arms crossed and a scowl on his face. I hope I can get away with being tardy. As I walk into the— Ah! My first thought is how lucky I am to be alive! I don't even know what was thrown at me, but it might as well have been a cannonball! But the gym teacher, and even through his baseball cap, I could feel his stare of rage pierce my soul. That's intensity and that ideal throwing form. Only missed by centimeters. That was a warning shot. Oh! Know this and know it well, son! I have a policy! Each of my platoon gets 1 free miss from me a year! And you just spent it! I shift my eyes to the students lined up next to him, and they're so stiff with fear that I can't tell what they're feeling.
You get 3 seconds to lay it on the front of your squadron. Why in the great name of Cavi Rocket you're late?
Well,
He didn't even move.
Intaken, I shut my mouth. The simian scholar starts marching back and forth like a drill sergeant.
Listen up, because I'm only saying this once. In this class, we operate on tough love. We learn from our mistakes, so you better pray to Raptor Jesus you don't forget them. Because if you do...
With 3 monstrous steps, the coach closed a distance of 10 yards to tower over me.
I will be very upset. It reflects poorly on all of us, and that is not something I will accept. I would love to see you make it succeed, but if you don't, I'll make it unforgettable. Am I understood?
I nod my head in fear.
Fan-freaking-tastic! Now then, join the rest of your race and stiffen up.
Once I confirm my bladder is intact, I shuffle over to where my colleagues stand. I feel them staring at me with anger, like I'm responsible for the coach's teaching style. It's not my fault! It's not my fault, it's my first time! Give me a break! I don't even know the teacher! It's like you guys are telling me now, this is your first and last mistake. Do it again and we'll keyhole ya! What an appalling first impression to make. I should just quit and start over somewhere else, but I still can. Maybe I should turn around and wah! The teacher takes a second to glance over us, reminding himself of where he was before I had interrupted.
Attain hut, maggots! You will all drop and give me 20 of the finest push-ups! Those guts best be an ants fart off that pristine gym floor or else!
With a violently loud blow of his whistle, the coach also takes position to show the proper technique. Oh, I hide my wings as my knees impact thoroughly on the ground. Ah, my knees! The real pain started as I tried to keep pace with everyone around me. My bicep forearm threatened to splinter from the weight of my body and the speed of my jerky movements. I never realized just how badly out of shape I was.
On your feet, you pie metal slugs!
This guy, he ain't human. It's as if he's a...
monkey.
Some kind of primate, maybe? A close relative?
I can feel my muscles hollering in pure agony as I force myself up from the gymnasium floor. By the time I'm back on my feet, my breathing is heavy and coming out in whistles.
Now then, since it's only the first day of school, how about we have ourselves a good old game of dodgeball? Dodgeball.
Oh yeah, dodgeball time!
It's Damien! It's Damien! It's Damien! It's Damien! It's...
Whoops. I should have glanced towards the overly enthusiastic DINO next to me, who is absolutely elated by the prospect of the upcoming game. We only finished the warm-up and my muscles are already screaming. My knees shake, my lungs burn, I'm so drenched in sweat that I'm sure I might need a shower after this. I really don't want to play dodgeball. Aren't we lucky? First day of school and we get to play a game! I don't do dodgeball. Why not? I'm not exactly. I'm not the type of guy who likes dodgeball.
Alright, maggots! We decided to keep the numbers even! This is a suicide match!
And free for all, too!
Damien, why don't you socialize by picking your teammates? Change, you're on blue team!
Wait, but why are there teams if it's free for all? Alright, I'm going with the human dude. Alright, I'm going with the human dude.
He's pulling me!
Before I can figure out the rules of this dodgeball game, the Dilophosaurus wraps an armor on my neck and brings me to the side of the field.
Oh, and one last thing.
This layer and tone frees me to the spot. What?
What's the first rule? We only got one.
Have fun.
Gang up on the weakest one.
Wait, what? In a matter of seconds, the teenager becomes a full-blown metal grab. I do my best to dodge the oncoming flurry of red rubber spheres coming my way like bullets. I dive to the ground, avoiding them oncoming projectiles as they soar overhead and pelt on my comrades. I hear the blows of guttural groans of those who've already succumbed to the onslaught of inflated orbs. Combat crawling away from the fierce front, I entrench myself along the edge of the field in the hopes of being ignored. I cast my gaze at the rest of my allies and oh god, it's a full rout! So many, but... So, how's the first day of school treating you, bro? What the hell? You're so chill about this. What the hell? I look up to see the fin DINO, the same pink Dilophosaurus, who had dragged me to the side of the court, staring down at me and smiling. What do you think? I watch as he casually dodges an incoming ball before throwing his own. Name's Damien, by the way. Inco. Nice to meet you.
You too, come dumb and frills. Who said that you had to have time to talk? Does my gymnasium look like a debate stage?
I mean, maybe if we got some of those stands from the auditorium, maybe. I know a guy's uncle that could make a really classy podium. I look up at Damien with absolute bewilderment. Why can't I be with you? What is this guy thinking? The coach looks like he's about to explode.
Do not play smart with me, son. Keep your trap shut and eyes focused on the enemy.
Damien just smiles and gives the coach a thumbs up, as if we weren't in the middle of an active war zone. You got it, Mr. Sully.
That's Coach Sully to you! And what's the hold-up, Shades? You're not making yourself an easy target on the floor! Get up and play to win!
Alright, guess it's my time to do something of worth. But I'm not exactly good at that, bro. Maybe I can do the whole blocking thing for everyone. That would hopefully make it so that everyone is in pivot before raising the warning shot. But here's where things change. You can totally turn this around. All is equal in the court. A ball aimlessly rolls on the floor in front of me. Calling out to be my ammunition. I somehow weave through 2 shots at me and pick up the ball. Oh yeah, I'm feeling it now. I'm feeling it. You feeling my wrath? Yeah! My head is not the only thing that's bald. I'm on fire. There's no way I'm losing now. I grab onto the ball and start blocking my any shot that so much as crosses our side of the field. Yeah, I'm doing great. Block 1, block 2, block 3. Now I'm really feeling it. I bet everyone's looking at me now. And I thought of playing the game suddenly left my mind like it was never there. Who cares? This is more than enough. I can't be the Hey, new guy! A new voice catches my attention. A crimson parasaurus? Think fast! What? Block 1, block 2, block 3, but I didn't even dodge! I roll initiative! It's a 0! The floor is cold. And it's not lava. Maybe I shouldn't have come here at all. A pair of extremely dirty sneakers enter my feet.
You're gonna get up, Shades?
No. I give up. Ugh. Ah! Oh man, that hurts. How long was I out? I'm laying down on something soft. Where am I? Oh wow, my vision clears and I sit up from the plastic bed. Oh my god! He looks blank! It should be called blank. Sure is bright in here. Oh shit! They broke my sunglasses. Lucky I brought my reserve pair. Much better. I stand from the rubber mattress, taking in a tiny room finally. All alone, not even a school nurse or anything. Oh, there she is. Looks like she's attending to another student who has his snout stuck in a cone. Huh. Looking at the clock on the wall, it's already noon. That would explain the pounding headache. Finally awake, Shades? I sit ramrod straight, the fear of God striking into me once more. Calm yourself, cadet. You ate dirt pretty hard back there. Oh man, yeah. Wait, you did that? Wait, you did that? I did. Pelted you right in the back. Do you know why? Because I messed up? Be more specific, kid. Because I couldn't be a good teammate and got hit in the face? Wrong. It was after that. I don't... nothing happened after that. No, you gave up! But I was doing well. Think so? I was blocking the balls and all. You weren't blocking anything, you were showing off. You found a single thing you could do and started dancing around like a clown. You focused on the easy thing and gave up the real thing. You were so focused that you forgot to look around for a moment. And here you are. I know a defeated man when I see one. And there's no way in hell I'm letting a student of mine give up so easily. It's the first period of the first day and you're already giving up. Either way, that's a pretty bad lump you ended up with. You gotta watch around some students if you know what I mean. I blink a few times and recall the chick that yelled at me to catch, followed by pounding me in the face. That one, she's, He chuckles to himself later. It's not like I have something to do with it. She's something, alright. Yeah, look like the devil herself. Anyway, take the rest of the day off, kid. What? I'm telling you to go home. The principal gave the okay. I feel my head again. Another stab of pain. Am I really not good to go back to class? Wasn't I getting lectured about this just a few minutes ago? Well, I don't want to give up so easy. No, you should go home to your folks. He scratches the back of his head, slightly embarrassed. Right, about that. We tried calling him earlier, I couldn't reach them. I give a sad half smile. Yeah, sounds about right. I can make it home fine on my own. He nods. When you get back, don't give up so easily. He holds the door to the nurse's office open. I nod and exit the office, Coach Solly closing the door behind us. Oh, and here's for tomorrow. A brown paper bag is shoved into my arms, along with my backpack. Peeking in, I see something blue and gold wrapped in plastic. Is that your uniform? If you hadn't been late, you could have changed into those. Thank you, sir. Next time, Shades, think faster, got it? Yes, sir. You're so bold that you can't even think straight. It took you long enough to load. Smile is positively unnerving. Now scram, cadet! And he was like, he has a fine ass. Well, this is officially the worst first day I've ever had. As my feet drag along the linoleum floor, I can't help but painfully think of all the failures of the past few hours. No thanks to a very prominent bump in the back of my head. Ow! I'm worse than everyone here, both on creative and physical level. I know I really shouldn't be bothered by it, but I hate seeing just how far behind I am compared to everyone else. And I thought I'd make new friends. What was I thinking? I stop and shake my head a bit. What the heck am I doing sulking like this? It's a bad first day, but it's just the first day. There's still all the rest. I still met Ben and Damien. They're pretty cool. I'm not gonna let my optimism be ruined just because of a bad dodgeball match. Just you wait, St. Hammond. Today was a test run. Tomorrow's the real deal. Morning comes. Oh wow, look at this place! I love it! I've always had a decent internal clock, but it's a new record for me to get accustomed to a new sleeping schedule in just one day. especially with this fully grown lump on my scalp. I move on an arm from my sheet and feel my head. Yeah, that's bruised real good. Could be worse though. Alright, time to get up. I slap out of bed and yawn, stretching my arms and cracking my spine a bit. My new room is pretty nice. Quite spacious even with all the still sealed boxes. Brush my hand over one of them, the one with my other clothes. I'll get around to opening them at some point. Right now though, it's time for breakfast. Yeah. I shuffle downstairs into the heart of the house. The morning sunbeam shining through the window draw my eyes to look out at the new neighborhood. The driveway is empty. But my parents are already gone for the day. Right there, really. It's all they ever focus on. A shiver runs up my spine as my feet step on the icy tiles of the kitchen. My eyes are drawn to some taped up boxes that are still scattered about on the counters. There's a familiar sticky note on the fridge, and I don't even have to read it to know what it says. At this point, Mom's just wasting paper. The least she could do is reuse the same note and make small addendums to it. I snag a plate from the nearest drawer and open up the freezer. No fresh produce to be seen, but there's still the mostly full box of breakfast burritos. yeah, I've been trying to appreciate ethnic cultures more, yeah. Plate loaded with couple of the minuscule flour-wrapped meals. I set the microwave and wait for the burritos to hopefully not explode to burn inside. While I wait though, I check my phone. I scan over my newsfeed and check out some of the people I'm subscribed to, hoping there's something to watch during my meal. Except for Matt Pat, you know, he's quitting YouTube now. Fortunately, nobody posts videos or streams this early in the morning. Guess I'll just watch a suggested video then. I prop my phone and click on something random. It's UkeKooki! At the ding of the microwave, I retrieve my breakfast, carrying it carefully so I don't burn my hands at the bottom of the plate. I gave the first burrito a test bite and... ugh, the inside is still cool. I don't want to stick it back in though. The tortilla would just become a brick then. I shrug it off, continue chewing and watch my phone. Top of the morning, folks! Top of the morning to you, laddies! By the time the video ends, I've finished the last of the half-thawed burritos. Pocketing my phone, I slip the plate into the sink and head out for the day. This time, I'm at least getting through the day. Today, survival. Tomorrow, Thrive Oil! I'll work on it. Ooh, we're back here. The same people! Interesting. On the metro again, I take a little more time to check out my surroundings. The sun shines through the windows across from my normal seat. There's this one chick that was there yesterday, probably on her way to work. It's probably a set routine for her at this point. She always does a bit of makeup first and then checks her phone the rest of the way. When the sun shines through the window, it highlights her hair in a really neat way. Like a movie poster almost. Oh my god, who is this? I take a picture, but it might be a little too awkward for me. Who could this hunky gentleman be? Oh, so everything disappeared. Why it's so dark? How's St. Hammond treating you so far, Mr. Nito? Who are you? A voice so deep. Oh my god, I was right! I feel it reverberate in my bones calls from above. It's a whale! I'm taken aback at his authority. No, it's a T-Rex! It's not a whale, it's a T-Rex! I'm taken back at his authoritative stature. His head is nearly grazing the top of the passenger car. How did he even get in here? Oh, been great so far, Mr. Ferris. Wheel? He offers out his hand for a handshake. Though his palm alone smothers my entire hand. How do you know my name? You're clearly going to school. The nearest one is St. Hammond, and I'm already aware of a new human incident. If you don't mind my profiling. Wow, you got all that just from looking at me? I'm partially joking. Your full name is printed on your backpack. You know that's dangerous, right? Oops. Yep, that's me alright. But please. I know it's only been a few days since the year started, but I'd like to hear your opinion so far. Is this a questionnaire or something? Not exactly, but it is of some importance to an assignment of mine. What does that mean? Oh, what am I being secretive for? I'm here to audit your school. See, the teachers know the students. Make sure it's a proper place of learning. I wish it were something worth being secretive about. More often than not, it's just paperwork and office politics. Oh, alright then. My thoughts on the school so far. I consider telling him about the teacher nailing me with a dodgeball to make a point. Nah, I'm over it. Well, the classes that I have are great, and the teachers I have are a dynamic bunch. He thumbs the inside of his coat pocket for his pen, but decides he doesn't need it yet. I see. Any favorites? I mean, I don't like to have favorites, but all the staff seem pretty lively. Ferris lets out a heavy rumbling chuckle. That's certainly good to hear. And what of your fellow students made any friends? It's been a bit of a struggle, but it's always been that way for me since my folks move around a lot. I think I'm doing pretty good this time around. What do you think that is? I think it's the jacket. the jacket. I give my lapel a quick tug for extra slap. I was like, yeah. Hey! The Coastline Cotton Nylon Bomber number 32. Part of the latest catalog by A&F. I see. Does he need to learn so close to inspect it? If the carriage rocks in anyway, he'd probably turn me into a piece of modern art against the window. And that's really what the youth are into these days. Hey, the results speak for themselves. Whatever he's thinking about, it got nothing to do with his work. I think I have a pretty good idea on what it could be, though. Mr. Ferris, you got no swag? Do you got no swag? Huh? Well, I guess that probably answers it. I admit to being a little gray. I'm aware I'm not exactly with it anymore. Well, even the older generation can dress to impress. You just have to see what people today like to wear. I'm certainly willing to listen to the youth of today, yes. It is somewhat important to my job to know how the student body thinks. And my niece often suggests dressing more relaxed, whatever that means. Does she ever see you in casual clothes? I'm wearing them now. Oh. I can save him. I can save him! I can fix him. The rest of the trip was quick, but we continued with small talk about trends. When we arrived at my stop, he attempts to give me his business card. For someone whose more presence could stop a fight, he seems like a genuine nice fellow. I look forward to talking to him again. Whee! Look at that! And we look so gay, I love it. That looks like the same color. Anyway. God, those burritos were a mistake. It's making me... Oh my god, guys, there's something in my buttocks. My stomach is roiling after the warm-ups.
Alright, maggots! Today we'll be working on your cardiovascular system. By that I mean a good old-fashioned mile run. I put everyone out on the track field yesterday.
I noticed Damien's mouth opens soon as Coach Sully yells the words.
And no, Damien, that doesn't mean I want you to time travel. Unless, of course, you mean running so fast that you hit 88 miles an hour.
Just as quickly, Damien shuts his mouth again and shoots Sully a thumbs up. I like Damien. Sully only replies to let out a snort.
Double time me now, cupcakes!
There's no hesitation from me this time. I follow the rest of the class and do the run Sully wanted. As expected, I rapidly fell behind the pack. Oh my god.
Oh, there's something in my buttocks!
Oh my god. Hey Inko, nice of you to drop by. How are you doing? Damien, what are you doing back here? Giving my new buddy company, of course. What are you doing? Just try not to vomit. You're doing great, then. Thanks, I guess. Shouldn't you be at the very front of the pack, though? Next to Mia? Nah, man, not her. Mia? You know, the one who knocked you out yesterday. A brief flashback reminds me of the red Parasaurus. Ah, her. By the by, glad to see you're doing way better today. You've been up and running. Yeah, glad I didn't wind up with permanent brain damage. Hey, question. What happened yesterday? Was what happened yesterday normal around here? Well, me as a wild one, that's for sure. Best not to mess with her, unless you're into those kinds of chicks, in which case, be my guess. As for Sully, yeah, he's always like that. He'll get used to it though. He ain't that bad a guy once he warms up to you. If you say so. Hey, don't worry, man. You're going to fit right in no time flat. In fact, you should sit with us at lunch. That way we can give you the proper welcome and stuff. Lunch? We? I mean, the...
Hey, go! Damien! Don't fall behind!
Sully's voice snaps me from my mini stupor and makes me realize just how far behind Damien and I had fallen behind the rest of the class. Whoops, better catch up with the others before Sully brings out the punitive measure. Excuse me, the what? You don't want to find out, brother. Trust me. What? What? Come on, dude, let's jet. Before I can say another word, Damien gets behind me and starts pushing me forward, forcing my legs to move faster than they ever should have.
He's such a man!
I have to struggle to not trip over myself, but somehow I managed to keep up the pace that Damien was forcing my whole body to maintain.
Look at the wet...
Dude, are you okay? Oh my god. I blame those burritos. You ate bad burrito. That's why. Is that my fault that you ate bad burrito? This is your second day and you're just giving up on the bad burrito. Don't let it win. Don't rise, Inko. Rise, Damien. We have a fallen man. A good bold man. He has a mathematical degree. 5 minutes and 3 more laps later, I fall flat on my ass. My heart beating so fast and lungs burning so fiercely that every breath feels like sandpaper scraping against my throat. Regardless of that, though, I finished the jog. The first small step towards conquering my physical weakness.
Good job, maggots! Keep this up and you'll be soldiers yet!
Sully turns to me and with a slight grin shoots me a thumbs up.
Okay. Okay, that's all for today. Hit the lockers, cupcakes!
You brag! I love Damien so much. Damien helps me back up and I join the rest of the male students as we head back to the locker room.
Can we see them naked?
We talk a bit more about our interests and other school matters on the way. Damien filling me in a bit on St. Hammond's history during the 3 years he'd been in attendance. By a bit of luck, our lockers aren't that far apart from one another, but our conversations is a real possibility considering all the other ones going on in relatively cramped locker rooms. There really isn't that much more to chat before the bell rings for our next class switch.
Yeah! He's regular clothes!
I waved goodbye to Damien and started looking for my next class. Don't forget, lunch with the buds! Yeah. I nod in reply as I turn around and head down the hall towards the next class. Making my way downtown, driving fast, going wah. Down the hall, I take notice of the surroundings. Though everything about the school seemed pretty normal, there are some key modifications made to better suit the majority of the student body. Mainly water fountains that settle a good 10 or more feet above me. Overall, nothing crazy special. The next class I'm sort of looking forward to, AP Art Design. The class looks like it's in a studio classroom on the second floor. Part of the school here is built to be both inside and outside, with open ceilings and walls here and there. Since it's also the art wing, the displayed pictures are coated in hydrophobic layers and framed. Although since it's the start of the year, the halls are freshly cleared, waiting to be filled in as the semester passes. Of course, there's no shortage of drains. This hall in particular is displayed prominently in the school's advertising material, and for good reason. The carefully and expertly built dynamic between the surrounding nature, the school, and even the building material themselves is nothing less than mystical. I can already feel the creative juices flowing. Soon enough, I'm standing just outside the door to my next class. Much like the school wall outside, it's decorated in various colors and patterns, each corner painted and tagged by different students. I barely step foot inside before the bell rings. Since I was the last one in, all but one of the other seats were taken. It's pretty close to the front. While many of the students look well prepared, some are clearly ready to fall asleep within the next few minutes. Uy! Who's that cutie? He's a pterodactyl. Then there's the teacher. That's a teacher! Oh, okay. He's standing up by the board, waiting for me to finish looking around and take a seat. Since he isn't urging me to look for a seat, he must be used to students taking it all in. It must be the art teacher. Somehow he looks young and old at the same time. Well, don't want to hold up class for too long. Trying not to take the teacher's hospitality for granted, I take the seat closer to me in the front row. Even with me sitting down, the art teacher still continues to idle, instead staring at the seated students with a hazy stare. Nobody else seems to be paying attention to him, save for a few people here and there. A few students are whispering something behind me.
Where was he yesterday? Hey, I'm not complaining about less work. Yeah, but on the first day?
Ah, so in a way, it's the teacher's first day as well. So I didn't miss anything in this class. That's pretty cool. Actually, yeah. Oh! The teacher slams the front of his desk with both fists, a sound echoing through the room. It's a signal for all auxiliary conversation to cease, and the class obeys. Despite the sudden furniture abuse, the teacher doesn't look agitated. Rather, he's got a massive grin on his face. Sadist? The phrase winning smile comes to mind. Right then! The pale pterodactyl holds what looks to be a metallic tray on a stick. A quill? Good morning, class! Thank you, Raptor Jesus, for forcing me to wear prescription shades. My classmates are all wincing in pain and wiping at their eyes. Oh, my eyes! And welcome to AP Art Design! He holds up the stick haphazardly. This is a flash pan! Saw it at an antique store yesterday, thought it'd be a good introduction. It's not important, worthless actually. He just threw it! The classmates as the stick is chucked into the garbage bin and shattered. Excuse my absence yesterday, I had matters to take care of elsewhere. My name is Mr. Yadikin. Oh, that's Yadikin! Within the blink of an eye, the teacher has replaced the sun on a stick with a fancy marker and managed to scroll his name across the board of the finest show of calligraphy. And I shall be your guide as we explore the expanse of the creative world. Let's not dilly-dally then, shall we? For our teachers, he's very animated. This first week, we'll be going in depth on the history of the fundamentals of art. Perhaps a little trial by fire as well, to get your creative juices flowing. There's murmurs from my classmates, though I pay them no mind. In fact, the prospect of doing some creative work to create something that I could possibly show off. For a brief moment, I picture my own name on the placard in the hallway, outside the principal's office. Yeah, my goal! For now, though, I'd like for you all to open up your book to page 3. Right, Wait, what book? What book? Wait. Looking around, I see that everyone else has a novel-sized hand-cover book open. Oh. They must have gotten them yesterday. Now then, class, we'll be starting with... Hesitantly, I raise my hand. Mr. Yadikin, sir? I, don't have a book yet. You don't have... How? The substitute passed all of them out yesterday. Oh! His eye flicker open a second as he connects some internal dots. The word on the street is that some new kid got concussed so hard he had to leave early. Did the street at least mention I was doing well before that? Maybe he should have said, did the street at least mention that they were doing well before that? Oh, of course not! You're Mr. Nito, then! Yes, sir. Given the circumstances, I'll let it slide. For now, why don't you share with one of your classmates? As a class, I'll write you a note that you can give to the librarian. Thank you, sir. I kind of regret being so late, because the only person I can realistically share with this is the person on my side. So, hey. No way! It's her! It's the Gator! I guess I'll just leave it here then, because no, I can't leave because we're just starting off at the second day. Wait a minute. Wasn't she the one speeding through the hallway yesterday? Just like back then, I feel her gaze, piercing and cold, as if she's not even seeing me next to her. Would it be okay to share the book? It'll only be for today. Instead of a verbal response, she lets out a defeated low groan, like I just spit in her cereal. She then huddles back over her page. Well, gee, sorry I asked. It's only the first real day. Maybe I won't need it. Olivia, come on, share with him this one time. I already told him I personally resolved the issue. Just help me out here, right? Ah! She responds by making a show of sighing deeply while rolling her head back and around like ah! Ordinarily, there'd be a groan to go with the judgment, but she remains silent. Her head hangs low in defeat. She nudges the book a few centimeters close to me. Imagine this is the book. Thanks. I slide my own desk closer to her, just enough that I can read the page. While our teacher orates the page as if reading from Death of a Hunter, I follow along while simultaneously trying to capture anything that stands out into my book. A lot more difficult than expected, as Mr. Yadakin seemed to put emphasis on every word he spoke. I felt like I was just copying the page wholesale. My eyes turned from the book to the girl's notes and... Those are some very murderous looking claws on her fingertips. For a split second I see them retract. She wipes her fingertips on a small hand towel and... Whoa, the claws extend again into a bright red puddle on her desk. A singular red colored claw is pressed on her paper for a moment, then quickly tugged and twirled and twisted, leaving behind a bright red cursive sentence on the page. Oh. Those silver irises flake my way once more. What? What? What are you doing? What you're doing? That looks pretty cool. A hint of red creeps across the girl's cheeks. Ooh, what the hell? She looks back at the book and hunches her shoulders as high as she humanly DINO can! Huh! She's now leaning over her notes too, even using the book as extra protection for the pages. I should be focusing on my own notes, yeah. Is she a tsundere? An impossible task now though, as the colorful calligraphy next to me has piqued my curiosity. The quill talon continues to delicately etch notes into the page, and it only leaves a page to dip into what looks like a tiny paint palette at the edge of her desk. The claws extend again, and now there's a faint rumbling. What's happening? Hey! I hadn't meant to get caught up in it. Sorry, I wait for her to give me a name. She doesn't. She simply returns her focus to the book between us. I wonder what her deal is. Maybe she's just weird. In either case, I turn my attention back to class. Hope I can make up for lost time. It's hard to ignore the Gator girl, though. Especially when those icy gray eyes of hers feel like icicles poised to stab through me. Hey, wait a second. Those hand motions, she's not writing anything right now. She's drawing. Well, it's none of my business, but I am rather curious. I make a show of leaning back to yawn like I can see it's it's you! It's you! Holy whoa, it's a calligraphic doodle of me. There's no mistaking it. That's my jacket and sunglasses, and that's pretty cool. Nobody's ever really drawn me before. Well, there were those others on the first day of school, but that's different. They weren't using their own claws or ink. Oh man, I can't wait. I gotta ask for a closer look. Hey. Your picture is super cool. Can I see it? Huh? She glares me in the eyes, slowly brings out the sheaf she was doodling on. The paper more visible, I can just barely make out all the important details. The line work is sharp, each stroke an organic curve that when combined form what had to be me. It even had my glasses in the negative space of the head. So that must be the multiple swervy lines coming out of my drawing's head. Dude, this is great. She rolls her eyes and starts retracting the page like... Can I take a picture of it? A pause. Why? Nobody's ever done something like that for me. I want to remember it. He passes the paper over to me. Yay! Yours. Really? Whoa, really? Thanks. Don't mention it. But don't. It's nice. After a grueling period made worse by my own anxiety, the bell rings to set us free. And she's gone! Finally, freedom at Just stay for a minute longer, Inko. I get some sideways glance from other students as they leave. No doubt suspecting I'm a teacher's pet already. But that's not how this goes! With few strokes on his pen, Anakin hands me a note. Just show this to the librarian, she'll hand you your books. On your way now! A quick trip to the library earns me my missing books. I even got a fancy laminated library card. Yadakin's introduction to his class certainly has me excited for photography next. First up, though, lunch. Can't take pictures on an empty stomach. I want to see how this lunch goes. Between my lackluster breakfast and gym class, I'm practically starving. Despite my hunger, though, I'm stopped dead in my tracks as I look around the cafeteria for a place to sit. Alright, I'm gonna save here because we're gonna continue on with the next part of the show. Because this is what I'm going to show in YouTube. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much for watching. My name's UkeKooki, signing off saying, have a great... Was I Wani, Hagi the Gator? Mwah!